Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Bobby Rolfe, and I have the great privilege of serving as our Commissioner of Economic and Community Development for the great state of Tennessee. And this morning is a fantastic morning, as we all know. Earlier this morning, we announced that EY was going to bring 600 great new family wage jobs to the Middle Tennessee, Nashville area, investing over $22 million in private capital investment. Well, the good news is we have a second economic development story that we wanted to share with you this morning, and it's a company called Amazon. And before I turn the stage over to the governor, Ralph, well, we'll just jump right ahead. Unbeknownst to most of us, Amazon has been a partner of our state going back to approximately 2011. Today, Amazon has 6 distribution and fulfillment centers across the state, employing about 6,500 great Tennesseans, and 3 additional projects on the drawing board, ultimately 10,000 jobs for Tennesseans. So this is an economic development story that's statewide. Certainly Nashville, Middle Tennessee has enjoyed a whole host of successes, but the successes have also been enjoyed as far away as Memphis, and on the other side of the state, Charleston, Tennessee, and Chattanooga. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce a wonderful person that we love so much, Governor Bill Haslam, who does not need an introduction.
Hey, good morning, everybody. First of all, let me welcome Representative Ryan Williams, Representative Jason Powell, Representative Bill Beck, State Senator Becky Massey, and State Senator Steve Sutherland. All of these deals that we get to stand up and announce are because we have a General Assembly who gets it and understands we want to create the environment where people will create jobs, and I want to thank you for your partnership. Let me start by making this really simple but I think impactful statement that says a lot about why we're here today. This is the largest jobs announcement in the history of the state of Tennessee. Our friends at Amazon have announced that they're going to locate their executive offices for their logistics business. Now, if you think about logistics companies, it's hard to think about one that's more complex and more customer-focused than Amazon. And the fact that they're going to locate the headquarters of that business right here says a lot. It will mean 5,000 jobs. And 5,000 jobs that will average, I think I'm safe to say, $150,000 in salary. I said it now so they can't take it back. So these are great paying jobs, and they've already announced they're going to go over to the new Nashville Yards project with, I think, what's going to be 1 million square feet. So this is a huge deal for the state of Tennessee and for our partners at the City of Nashville. I want to thank the mayor and everybody at City of Nashville. They have been great partners with us. Like I said, we were 30 minutes ago just announcing a deal with EY. That was a very significant announcement for the state and the city, and the fact that we're back here right now says volumes about your commitment to doing business, and we very much appreciate that, Mayor. Let me just say one word about Amazon, if I could. You hear a lot about Amazon, and they say, well, gosh, in this whole process, they were going to be the 8,000-pound gorilla that was going to tell people here's how it's going to be, and not listen to the people they were working with. And there is nothing further from the truth. From the very beginning, from the very time this project was announced in September 2017, they asked us to turn in bids of October 2017. But from the very beginning, they have realized that wherever they went, they were going to be a part of that community. And they, I think, took that into consideration as they thought through this whole process. There were a lot when they began, I think, 293 cities. Is that right? Something more? You're not telling me. Okay. 230, okay. 230 cities raised their hand and said, we would love to have you come here. And we were one of those. And the fact that we are here today to announce this, I think, says volumes about this state and the type of place it is to do business. But I don't want to not mention how grateful we are to Amazon. They have been entirely transparent throughout this process. When they said they were going to do something, they did it. When they said, here's what this needs to look like, they weren't playing hide the ball at any time. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. We've always been excited about you as a partner, and we're even more excited today. This is a great day for Tennessee, and we want to thank everybody at Amazon for making it happen. Thanks, Holly.
Thank you, Governor.
Governor, thank you. 66 days. Great, and you haven't taken a day off, so thank you very much. Okay, so our next speaker is Mayor David Briley, and I just want you to know at the end of the day, the state's job with our General Assembly partnership is to create incentives for companies. But at the end of the day, it's about the local community, because our state dollars will come and go, and we just hope that that company, when they make that decision, they fall in love with the community. And I can't think of a greater community to call Amazon's new opportunity home. So Mayor Briley, if you'd please join us. Thank you, sir.
Governor Haslam, thank you as always for what you're doing for the state of Tennessee. You have, in my 8 months as mayor, been an incredible partner in terms of building opportunities for people who live here in Nashville and in Middle Tennessee. Holly Sullivan, who is here from Amazon, it's been great to get to know you over the past few months as Amazon has undergone what I consider to be a truly unique, objective, and leading way of deciding where to relocate, where to expand their business. The citizens of Nashville and Davidson County and Middle Tennessee and the state should look at this moment as a testament to the hard work and leadership that has been in this community for many years. Because Amazon, one of the world's largest companies, did look at 238 cities in our country, and after doing that and looking objectively, gathering data, concluded that Nashville was the place to invest and to build a new executive headquarters, I'm going to call it here, Center of Excellence, correct, Center of Excellence. I like to call it more than that. And it's important for the people in Nashville because this is 5,000 jobs that are going to be jobs that offer great prosperity to the people who live in our community. And in a moment of great prosperity, it's important to have a good partner. And I can say that throughout the past few months, as we've worked with Amazon, I'm convinced that they will be an incredible partner here in Nashville to build the kind of community that we want to have so that more and more businesses locate here and bring the kind of jobs that are going to lift up the people who live in our community. 5,000 jobs, $150,000 each on average, and that is really going to be transformative to this community. So I see that Representative Darren Jernigan has joined us here, Representative Beck, Representative Powell here in Nashville. Your leadership has certainly been helpful to us here in Nashville, and we look forward to working with you as we go forward. Amazon, welcome to Nashville, a center of excellence. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, usually you've heard from the stars of the show. I'm going to introduce the next person that is the person that is very much responsible for this decision, along with her team and Jeff, et cetera. Holly Sullivan came out of the economic development community. Holly Sullivan worked for Rutherford County in economic development, also worked at the Chamber in Wilson County. Been with Amazon since 2016. Works in the D.C. area, and maybe something we're all very proud of is a great graduate of the University of Tennessee. So let me just say, Holly, and one personal observation, one tough negotiator. So with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I've prepared remarks, but I think the governor and the mayor and Commissioner Rolfe have really kind of told you the story of this project in Amazon. Thank you, TVA, for being here, all of our great partners at the Nashville Chamber. What a great day this is. I am so excited to be home, announcing 5,000 jobs in Nashville, Tennessee. This will be our new Operations Center of Excellence. We're excited to be locating in the Nashville Yards, which will be just north of the Gulch. We think it's just a great location for our employees, but also a great location to really further the resilience and the vibrancy and just the overall coolness of Nashville, Tennessee. This has been a long year, and we learned a lot through this process, and one of the things we really learned is Nashville is a place that has great talent, great educational skill sets, huge higher education opportunities, Vanderbilt, MTSU, Tennessee Tech, of course, my volunteers at the University of Tennessee, and we think it's a great location for us to grow this new Center of Excellence. Again, 5,000 jobs. We will start hiring in 2019, and just really look forward to partnering with the City of Nashville and the State of Tennessee and joining the rest of our Amazon family throughout Tennessee. We have thousands of jobs already in the state, and this will be a great addition of 5,000. So thank you for your partnership. There's a lot more great news to come, and thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commissioner Rolfe. This is, you'd be very proud of your team, the way they also work with us on this complex deal on the real estate side of things, on the partnership side of things, and the overall investments we're going to make as a company. So thank you very much.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, 2 or 3 just thank yous before we adjourn. First of all, to TVA, John Bradley, thank you very much for a great partnership. And it's not only this project, but it's basically every project, Governor, where we compete for new opportunities. And for Jessica, thank you very much to our friends at TVA. Thank you. I'll be brief. The City of Nashville, thank you, Mayor. Matt Wilshire, where are you? Thank you very much for your great enthusiasm. Very well done. I must brag on ECD for just a second. Ellen Boyden, thank you for your leadership. Chase and Haynes, thank you very much for bringing this opportunity our way. So congratulations to you. And of course, lastly, the Chamber, the Nashville Chamber. Ralph Schultz, Courtney Ross, Jeff Height, Katie Sharp. I must tell you, when we were invited, now for ladies and gentlemen, just the level set, the state was not invited to compete for this business. This was a local sweepstakes. And so when they invited the state, when you guys invited us, it was 14 months ago, and we were in awe of just the efforts. And I say this is important because another 4 cities across the state put forth bids. And the great news is, while they certainly were not the winners, it required every city to look at their assets. Where are they asset rich, and where do they have some great real job opportunities? And so it was a healthy conversation for all of the states in Tennessee that participated. At the end of the day, Jeff, where's Jeff Height? Jeff, you deserve a lot of credit, so thank you very, very much. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask John Bradley with TVA to come forward. Ralph Schultz, I want you to come forward. We're going to have a quick photograph, and then the governor and the mayor will have a press answer questions, and we'll be off for the races. Thank you all very much for your time today.
Say you didn't even tell your mom about this.
My mom's
Is there an 11:30?
I don't know. You got anybody out there? Hey, everybody! For the media, if everybody, we're just gonna actually take questions from up here. So if we could maybe we'll go ahead and do that. If typically, like I said, we typically go down, but for members of the media, we're actually just going to stay up here, and we will do our best to answer any questions you have. So, any folks with questions? Yes. Will the city release the bid? I don't know.
I don't think this, I think that was made by the chamber, so we don't, the chamber made the bid. You have to talk to the chamber.
Yeah. Yeah, relatively recently. I mean, it was they approached us with the idea a couple weeks ago, Bobby, maybe 3. I'm sorry, 30 days ago. And of course, we were excited about this potential. Yes.
If transit had passed, do you think we would still be talking about HQ2 here?
I can't speak for Amazon, and I don't know if the mayor wants to comment. I'm commenting as a citizen that was watching. My sense is, while that was a factor to them, that wasn't the deciding factor. They really were looking at who can handle this huge demand for tech talent that we have. I think that was probably the dominant factor, although they were up front that transit was a preference of theirs.
Do you prefer this or HQ2?
You know, this is a huge win. I mean, that's a hard question to answer. But I mean, when we got this news, I think all of us were really, really excited about it. I'll put that. Mayor, do you want to answer?
Well, it's the largest announcement of jobs in the state's history. So certainly we're incredibly excited about that, and we're not comparing ourselves to any of the other cities. This is a great win for the city of Nashville and the state of Tennessee.
I mean, just to be a realistic answer to your question, remember initially we're talking 50,000 jobs. If you look at all of downtown Nashville, currently there are 70,000 jobs. So that gives you an idea of the scale of the project and what it would take. So I think we realized, Nashville realized, and Amazon realized to do something that big and as much as Nashville's grown would still be a challenge to the infrastructure and to the talent demand. I think they felt like that would be a challenge, and we were aware of that as well. And
we announced 600 jobs from EY earlier today, so Amazon's not the only company moving here. So certainly we're looking at that level of jobs coming to Nashville over the coming years without regard to whether those are all from Amazon or from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you mentioned logistics, but what other type of jobs will be at this facility?
Well, as I understand it, Amazon breaks their businesses down, and they have an HR group and a logistics group and a marketing group, et cetera. They're going to headquarter the logistics group out of here. So this will primarily, again, we're talking, this is their executive office. This isn't a new fulfillment center or another one. This will be the group that runs all of their logistics. Yeah.
Where do the plans for managing transit stand now? As you said, you stood there several times announcing more and more jobs coming to Nashville.
Sounds like a mayor question.
Yeah. You sir are incorrect. So we continue to work on transit in Middle Tennessee. A big part of that is renewing and extending our partnership with TDOT, frankly. And so we're working with TDOT to do a better job of managing the thoroughfares in and out of town. We do continue to invest in expanding our existing transit system, and we have actually gone recently to the federal government seeking some grant money to build out the transit network here in Nashville. The day after the transit vote failed, we started working on the steps that need to take place to build out the transit network here in Davidson County. It's not going to have a big single source of revenue to support it, but we're going to use our existing revenues and build revenues to build out the transit network as we move forward. And we're going to partner with TDOT more effectively, I think, to work on the thoroughfares and the interstates in and out of town.
Yeah, I'll come back. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Well, one thing to know is that a significant percentage of the Amazon employees are anticipated to walk or bike to work. So we're going to build out that infrastructure in the core of the city so that they have neighborhoods to and from which they can ride their bikes and walk to Nashville Yards, which is going to be in the core of the city. A big part of managing the traffic in and out of town is doing a better job with technology to manage the thoroughfares in and out of town. And right now, already with TDOT, we're in the process of a significant investment investment, improving the Murfreesboro Road corridor in and out of town with fiber optics and better sensors and a better management of the traffic in and out of town. We've been talking to TDOT about expanding that to all of the thoroughfares in and out of town. So a big part of it is managing the existing traffic with more technology so we can move people in and out without having to spend the bigger money associated with light rail or BRT. So there are things we're already doing. We know that we've got work to do on that front, but you'll see improvements, I think, in the coming years just through using more technology in the region.
And it is Amazon's intent that a third of the people that work for them would be able to walk or bike to work. It's their design. Yeah.
Can you tell us more about Nashville Yards? What is that going to look like? Is it one property, several properties for?
I know there's somebody here from Nashville Yards. I'd probably be willing to talk to you afterwards, but essentially it's a $1 billion development there between Church and West End, essentially. It's the old Southern Baptist Convention property, Lifeway property, and it's already got a hotel under construction immediately across from the Frist Art Museum. And so it's got many different components to it, but it's planned to be over $1 billion worth of investment. And you probably have driven by it on Church Street.
Will there be a temporary location before that?
They plan to start hiring next year in 2019. I think they have entered into a contract with WeWork to have some temporary space in the interim, but that building is on a very tight timeline to get constructed so that they can be in it on schedule.
Yeah, and then a couple last questions. Yeah.
It looks like with $100 million in incentives, tax incentives, you keep talking about the debt in the city of Nashville. The city of Nashville gave $15 million, correct? Can you kind of talk to that?
So the $15 million that in tax incentives, job incentives that would be going to Amazon is over a period of 7 years. And it's $500 per job for up to 7 years for those jobs. It's a program that we've been using for many years here in Nashville, and I think if you look back on it and those investments, which are moderate in terms of our overall budget, they have paid off in spades. And so if you look back, we've used them with Phillips and HCA and a whole list of companies, both locally and companies moving from other parts of the country to Nashville. So it's a relatively minor investment from the city. We'll collect those revenues back in sales tax and in property taxes associated with these two developments very quickly.
Let me add something there as a former mayor. First of all, you're talking about 5,000 jobs, but we think each one of these jobs will produce another job and a half. So you're really talking 12 or 13,000 jobs. But the 5,000 jobs at $150,000 a job, the $15 million is a deal for the city of Nashville. I'll just be honest with you. As a former mayor, any mayor in the country would say, done. Yeah, one more.
What about for the state, though? That's still a lot of money for the state. What do you say when we've got school needs and road needs?
I think the way we've always looked at it in the state is we look at it just like the taxpayers are our shareholders, okay? And we need to get a great return on investment. And again, at 5,000 jobs at $150,000 per job plus, then you add in like I said, that we think another 1.5 job will be created for every one there. When you look at the sales tax that will be paid there, the capital investment, the total capital investment for this project is north of $200 million. The state's return on this will be really, really strong as well. Yeah, we think we pay it back within a year, maybe a hair more. This is a great deal for the state too. Yeah, this is the last one because I know some folks got to go. Yeah.
What can you say about the timeline? I know they said hiring might start 2019, and you said maybe 7-year deal. When do they have to hire 5,000 by? When do you expect certain benchmarks to be hit? That sort of thing.
Well, if you look back at Amazon's history, they hire very quickly and they grow very quickly. The 7 years is basically once we start paying on the incentives, you get 7 years and they're done. And we just pay for the jobs that are actually in place during a particular year.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. We really appreciate the time, and thanks.